All right, here we are already, week three. This is our third week at a glance that we'll be doing. Hopefully, these make sense. You know what they're all about by now, and hopefully, you've been watching these and continue to watch them in their entirety because I give a lot of insight and extra information in these as we go through. Now, doubtless, you have all seen that the LMS really got a revamping. I started a new way of presenting the material to all of you. I did a lot of self tutorials when it came to how to handle Moodle and everything like that to get a better idea of how I could organize and streamline the experience for you. So hopefully this looks a lot better and it's a lot easier for you to get through things on the LMS. So this is the way it'll look moving forward as far as that tile goes, but there will also always be two options for you. One, you've got the one file that you can look at that is a page, as the Moodle would call it, where it's got every link that you could need from these week at a glance videos all the way through the graded components. If you've got an assignment you need to turn in, the Dropbox link will be there, quiz links, everything like that. And I'm starting now these, they call them books on Moodle, where instead of just giving you links to the different lecture videos and different videos to watch, I've got more context for you with those links inside of those books that I'm writing so that you have those as well to give you a little bit more, like I said, a little more context, and it should hopefully make it flow a lot easier and help it to make a lot more sense for you. So let's go ahead and jump into what we talked about last week. So last week we got into this whole socially constructed reality concept, or social constructs as they're called. The idea that the more that people interact with one another, the more we start to develop an understanding of how things should and shouldn't be, what's right, what's wrong, what are the different norms that we should go by as far as gender norms or those kind of things, or gender roles. Right, roles are another big part of social constructs. The roles that people play within a society, different ranks. Where do you rank based on your job, based on your race, your ethnicity, your gender, all these kind of things. And then we've got the idea of social control, right? Particularly done through mass media, where we're keeping whatever those social constructs are, those norms that we have, we're trying to keep those in place by using the mass media, by using a system of rewards and punishments and everything like that. So I like to start off with the social constructs element, because if you notice with the COM theories that we had, they rely on this idea that there is a norm, that there is a certain way that we're supposed to act. If you look at the uncertainty reduction theory, we have certain understandings of how things should be, but when we get into a situation where we're unsure about what's going on, where we walk away, stray from normativity, we start to kind of lose our bearings a bit. Expectancy violation theory. Obviously, we had to have norms in mind in our head before some kind of violation could happen of our expectancies. We had to have expectations. And then with attribution theory, we have this tendency based on social constructs to attribute people's behavior to certain, either it's psychological or external, different forces and everything like that. So we can see how social constructs really tie in to those COM theories that we talked about last week. And then we talked about COM theory itself, the idea that it describes a particular situation, it explains why that situation is happening, it predicts in certain environments when that behavior will happen again, and then ultimately it's there to help control the behavior. Well, when we do have negative behaviors, or I should say behaviors we want to change in some way, if a patient is acting erratically or something is happening like that, we want to control that behavior and get them back on the right track. COM theory can help us understand how to do that. So that's everything we talked about last week. Hopefully that's what you got out of that, and that was you got a good understanding of what was happening there. Now we did also have some graded components. You did those group plan and contracts. Hopefully you put some thought and effort into those, because I am going to hold on to them and make sure that I have those as like an accountability piece throughout the semester. 3 topic ideas for that persuasive speech. Hopefully you again put some thought into that as well, because that's really a good opportunity for you to do some research and really use persuasive appeals to get people on board with the way that you feel about a particular topic. The Unit Video Journal 1 did that, looking forward, looking ahead to our next this Unit 2 that we'll be in, looking ahead to that and seeing what struck your eye and what didn't look so good, right? Both of those things. And then you had Quiz 3 as well. So hopefully everything went well for you last week. I'll be grading all of the different components and everything that you had last week, and we'll see where we're at. So this week, we move on to a new unit. We're going to start talking about interpersonal communication. So this is communication between two people where, we're no longer intrapersonal. Intrapersonal was all about perspective and perception, everything like that. Everything that's happening inside of our heads is the intrapersonal. Now we're moving on to interpersonal, so communication between two people. We're going to look at verbal communication and how the words that we use carry meaning and convey meaning. We're going to look at nonverbal communication and just how powerful nonverbal cues are in getting across a message to another person. We're going to talk about social skills, right? These things that we use in different interactions with people to help us get certain outcomes. You'll minimize negative reactions from a person, maximize positive, all those kind of things. And then this concept of listening and learning, how actively listening to another person can help us to learn more about that person, about the situation we're in, but also just be learning more in general. So we'll be talking about those things this week. So as far as the material to cover, you're going to have your first book that you'll be looking at here. It'll be the Unit 2 Interpersonal Communication book. Again, within that book, it's going to have all the lecture videos and the links to online media and everything will be there in that book for you. So that'll be the learning materials for you this week. Assignment sheets and evaluation sheets. There's Checkpoint Assignment 1. I've got that evaluation sheet, or the evaluation and assignment sheet in there for that. It's not due until the end of week 4, so don't panic. It's not due this week. It's not due until the end of next week, but I wanted to get it on your radar, wanted to get you looking at it this week. And then there's going to be another virtual writing lab. I'm going to talk about Checkpoint Assignment 1. I'm going to talk about APA and everything like that that you'll have. And also, I don't have it on this slide, but there is going to be like a little APA package for you that'll have all kinds of little it's a folder that'll have all kinds of information and files and links and everything to help you out when it comes to APA style. So as far as graded components this week, there's no individual or group assignments that you need to do this week. You do have Quiz 4 that will be due at the end of the week, obviously Sunday by 11:59 p.m. So there's not a lot on the slate this week, and I did that intentionally because I want you to have that extra time to talk with your group members and really start nailing down what it is that you're going to do for the final project and how you're going to handle that. So final thoughts, let me know if you have any questions about this new LMS format. I don't like to make changes like this in the middle of a semester. We're obviously close to the beginning of the semester, but it's a huge change. And, I want to make sure that everyone understands and everyone knows what's going on with it. If you have any questions, as always, you can email me and then read the assignment sheet for Checkpoint Assignment 1. Discuss it with your group. Start digging in. Who's going to handle what? Who's going to do the research? Who's going to do the writing? Who's going to do the editing? Who's going to turn the thing in? All of those things need to be established. And then start working on those Checkpoint Assignment 1s as soon as possible. As soon as you understand what's going on as far as the assignment and everything that's expected of you, get cracking on it. Give me an email if you have any questions. I'm here for you. Speaking of which, as always, brandon.schweitzer@altmancollege.edu. If you need a Zoom meeting, if you need just something that can be handled through an email, whatever the case may be, you email me and let me know. I am here to help. And that's the beauty of emails and Zoom is that we can get things knocked out pretty quick. All you need to do, though, instead of guessing or getting frustrated, just give me an email and let me know. We'll get everything taken care of. But if you do have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, everyone have a great week, and I will talk to you on the next one.